Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Good morning, Bix Weir, Roadrunner.com with your morning hornets, your sip of chaga coffee. All right, if you're in the San Diego area, we'll be at Mike's Barbecue tonight. Mike's Barbecue in Escondido. Come out, check us out, 5 till 9. 5, 6, 7, yeah, something like that. Andy Scheckman's in town. Woo-hoo-hoo. What a time to talk about silver. I think what's going on right now, the latest drama, there's a lot of drama in commodities in general. But for silver, Bank of America has reporting time for the OCC data and their first quarter. They have to explain to the world in their first quarter filings just what all the risks are. And number one risk should be an 800 million ounce least short position. But I don't think they are doing that. That's illegal. That's illegal, Bank of America. That's illegal for you to not declare that as a risk, because it's a gigantic risk. Anyway, they have, 12, 13 trading days left before they can declare on March 31st hit their exact position for the OCC first quarter data. So they're going to try to get the price of silver below the moving averages so that all the brain-dead tech funds chase after the price going down and short into it, and then they can cover when it goes back up. Same story. Right now they're holding the price of silver $24.69. Remember, with the click of a mouse, they can set the price to minus $40 if they want it. That's the world we live in. Right now they're playing by the game. So right now they're gunning for the 200-day moving average, which is $24. The 100-day moving average, $23.50, and the 50-day moving average, $23.86. I can see by March 31st them bringing the price down in the 22 to 23 range. If you're on the road to Ruta, you've been through this a million times. This is how they play the game. This is how the criminals at the CFTC allow them to play the game, actually assist in their playing of the game. But there's so many gigantic problems in commodity right now. The copper exchange on the LME, the London Metal Exchange, reopened and then had to shut down instantly. It's been shut down for over a week now. This is from Zero Hedge. LME reopens nickel trading. Quickly halts again on limit down ban system error. What a debacle, said Ole Hansen, head of commodity strategy at Saxo Bank. The LME is not doing itself any favors. These guys are criminals, number one. Criminals. But here's the key. Commodities trade in hyper volume. Thousands of more derivatives are traded than the underlying metal. And when these companies were, these are big, even companies that hedge for the mining operations. Not many do that in gold and silver. I don't think any right now. But in nickel they do, in copper they do. And when they expect to be mining X amount of tons of copper in the future, they like to hedge their position to lock in prices. Well, the problem comes in they don't have the metal to deliver until years out. And as the price rises, even if the contracts are matched with the mine supply, they usually aren't, but they can be. You'd think that'd be fine, except as the price rises, they have to add more margin. And when you're talking about thousands of times the underlying asset being played with, you have massive margin calls. So even if you think you're doing something smart by hedging your future production, you could be destroyed in the short term. And that's exactly what's happening in copper, in nickel, it's going to happen in gold and silver, but they're going to be last. They're going to be last because the regulators allow them to play their games, to keep this system going. After reopening the LME for nickel trading this morning, following a bailout of a Chinese commodity tycoon Xia Jingda, the Chinese-owned HXEX exchange was forced to suspend trading soon after the open due to a, quote, system error, which had led some trades to be executed below the new limit price set out by the exchange. The LME is a bunch of criminals. I don't think they did anything by accident. I think they're cheating and lying and stealing. They've canceled billions, tens of billions of dollars worth of trades. They're picking and choosing the winners. If JP Morgan and Friends loses, they cancel the trade. Heads I win, tails you lose. It's so insane what's going on right now. Yes, there will be lawsuits. Yes, these criminals own the problem is they own the judges. They own the judges. They own everything. The only way to end this game is to shut down trading in derivatives. Completely full stop. LME shut down. COMEX shut down. All derivative trades need to go away. This is the implosion of the derivative trade. And listen to this. Energy traders ask for central bank bailouts to save them from margin call doom loop. Yesterday, we reported that Bloomberg News had one of the world's largest independent energy merchants, the secretive Trafigura. Now, if you've been on the road to Ruta, Trafigura is not secretive. Look up Trafigura and Glencore on the road to Ruta in the search function, and you'll find they all come from Mark Rich Trading. They split off. One was a public company, Glencore, and one was a private where all the crimes were done. You need two companies. You need two sets of criminals. Trafigura and Glencore were set up as brother and sister companies. They both come from Mark Rich. And those who know the history of Mark Rich, read the book Metalmen, and you'll just go, oh my God, this has been going on for so long. This is the guy, Mark Rich is the guy that Bill Clinton bailed or gave a pardon to. He was like on the top 10 most wanted list in the United States of America for decades. Mark Rich, his original name was Mark Reich, but he changed his name because he wanted to sound more Western instead of, after World War II and all that issue. He is dead now, by the way. Mark Rich is long gone. But, he was the commodity guru, rigger extraordinaire. Had a guy who would go into, like, countries that are banned from trading, like Russia is now. He'd be going in there with his guy, Pincus Green, I think his name was, or something to that effect. He was the guy who made the deals under the table. Basically, it's the mafia. And yeah, Clinton bailed him out because he was a big part of the strong dollar policy. Remember that thing called the strong dollar policy? Basically was, hey, rig the commodity markets and you can print as many dollars as you want. That's what the strong dollar policy was. And Clinton bailed him out, or didn't bail him out. He gave him a pardon for all his crimes. It's just insane. But that's the world we live in. And that's, you play the cards you're dealt. So yes, energy traders are going to the central banks now. And all commodity traders are going to be going to the central banks. Oh, in order for the system to stay intact, you need to bail us out. And what has the Fed been doing? Right here, bailing them out. Look at the Fed balance sheet is $8.37 trillion. Look at the overnight repos. These are repos, literally 24-hour repos that they're bailing out the criminal banksters with. 1.5 trillion last night. When did this all start? Right when the silver chaos started, right in the beginning of last year, and now it's up to 1.5 trillion. Why not quadrillion? Why not a Google? Why doesn't the Fed just hand out a Google dollars? They are behind the scenes. Why not just tell the world, Fed? Oh, by the way, did you hear they're going to raise interest rates today? 0.25%, which is ridiculous. But at the same time, it's like, oh my God. This game is held together with scotch tape and a little super glue. And it's all coming apart. Sooner rather than later. And what's the next plan when the Russia thing fades into the background? Let's go back to COVID. China eases mandatory COVID hospitalizations after reporting another 3,000 cases. Oh no! Fauci's already out there saying we need the 9th shot. It's just insane. If the world falls for this bullshit again, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Revolution is in the air, hopefully. But we'll see. What do you do? We'll see. Anyway, that's what I got for you today. Keep an eye on central banks around the world bailing out commodity companies. They've already done the company in China. Trafigura is probably next. And this is all not about these commodity companies. These are about the banks, the commodity banks that front run and backstop these big mining companies and metal warehouses. Pure criminality. J.P. Morgan, the number one criminal. They're the ones last weekend who had to work through the weekend to figure out a bailout for these Chinese guys. I guarantee you, I know they're in with Trafigura, Glencore, the old Mark Rich companies. Mark Rich, again, America's most wanted for 10 years at least before Clinton bailed him out. He is gone now, but his legacy lingers on. Commodity companies, the commodity exchanges are the biggest fraud on the history of the planet. As of in 2 more weeks, the last CFTC commissioner is going to leave, Don DeBerry Stump, and that will leave us one person deciding the fate of enforcing commodity laws. Rustam Benham, who's already said in the silver market that they tamp down the price. They tamp down the price of silver to save the integrity of the market. Are you freaking kidding me? And don't forget what Bart Chilton said a few years back. He said, it's a political decision not to bust J.P. Morgan for the crimes they committed from 2007 to 2013. A political decision was made. That's Gary Gensler, who is now the head of the SEC, deciding all the crypto stuff. This shit is not going to last long anymore. It's so obvious and so apparent, and our job is to spread the word. That's what we're doing today in San Diego. Come out to the Freedom Roadshow. We're at Mike's Barbecue. Go to roadtoroot.com, click on the top Roadshow. You'll get to this page. It'll kind of tell you about it a little bit, but down bottom you can find tickets. You can get tickets at the door as well. Come visit us right here, San Diego, in Escondido, which is right above San Diego. Mike's Barbecue from 5 to 9. Come join in. Join the fight. Join the fight for freedom. We're going to be screaming about silver manipulation. My friend Andy Scheckman is in town, and we're gonna get to the down and dirty of silver. I'm excited about that. We're going to talk about cryptos and freedom as well, and sing a lot of good songs and have some beer. All right, you guys. I'll see you out there. Take care. Be safe.